Chocolate. We all know it is associated with love and Valentine's Day, and we can thank Mr. Cadbury for that because in 1868 he was like, if we take this chocolate stuff that everyone loves and it's an aphrodisiac and we package it in things the shape of a heart, we can sell it for Valentine's Day. So there we have it. So now we all go to the pharmacy or the candy store or the chocolate store and we buy chocolates for our significant other, people we love, or you go the day after when it's 50% off and buy it for yourself. And we do. It feels good to receive chocolate and when you give chocolate to somebody, so it totally works. But true cacao is medicinal and healing to a whole nother level. When I sit with a cup of true cacao, I put in my intention and I light my candle and I'm by myself. I am a Care Bear on MDMA. I am buzzing, I feel compassionate, I am radiating love from my heart, and this is something that is not new. The Mayans knew this for thousands of years of how important cacao was. They even used to see it higher than gold. They would use it as currency. So if you wanted a turkey, you would trade 30 beans of cacao for it, which I think is awesome, because they knew that this precious bean could now become something that we use as a medicine for healing for ourselves or in community with others. And so what is it about cacao that makes it feel like we are just bursting with love from our heart? Well, there's a lot of different chemical compounds in cacao, but specifically phenethylamine, which actually is an endogenous monoamine alkaloid that we produce in our brain naturally. But it has a short half-life and it doesn't last very long. It's released when we're in pain, when we're exercising, or when we first fall in love. And what it does is it gives us this burst, this extra burst of also dopamine and norepinephrine and serotonin, and then it's quickly swept away out of the synapse and reuptake by the cells. But when we sip cacao, which also has phenethylamine in it, we're getting an extra dose. And it can cross the blood-brain barrier so it can get to where it needs to go to then further release the catecholamines of dopamine and norepinephrine and also serotonin. So hello, natural antidepressant. It's something that we already make in our body, but when we have cacao, we're getting that extra dose and it blocks the reuptake of these molecules. So it lasts in us a bit longer, so it doesn't disappear as quickly. And this is very similar to amphetamines in the pharmaceutical world and MDMA. So most people end up taking MDMA right at raves and they feel connected to other people. Well, phenethylamine has a similar structure and therefore acts as a similar response in the body. Or MDMA actually responds and acts similar to our natural endogenous phenethylamine. And so when we have phenethylamine in our body, we feel this deep connection with ourselves. We feel a deep connection with others if we're sitting in community. We feel blissful. We feel alert. It diminishes our pain. It increases our love. And so what is the purpose then of having to take, these synthetic drugs to get to a certain place internally for ourselves if we're able to use this plant medicine, which is incredibly gentle and nourishing for our soul, to remind us about this self-love, Care Bear experience that we have inside of us. So when we sit with cacao, we are able to remember what this feels like. And it doesn't mean you have to have cacao every single day. It can take one experience of sitting with cacao to be like, oh, that's right, I forgot what this feels like. And it's that love and deep connection that we are all looking for, especially in this world now. We are looking for external validation. We're looking to the social medias. We're looking to validation from our community. Because, we're social species. We do want to interact with everybody and feel good about it. But if we can't feel that for ourselves, it's very hard to accept that from other people and see other people for who they are and accept them for that. And it's playing out quite evidently in this world right now of division and everybody else is wrong and I'm right. Well, maybe we need to come back to ourselves for a moment and come to terms with our own self. And then we can go out and observe other people around us in the situations and approach things from a loving place versus a divided and fearful based approach. So I'm not saying that everyone needs to run out and do cacao or MDMA, but think about it for a little while and be like, if, I've never done MDMA, so I can't speak to it on the experiential level. I'm only speaking from an academic molecular level. But from, talking to people who have done MDMA, they mostly do it in these social settings and while they're dancing. And so you're getting your blood moving and you're feeling good, right? And you're with other people. And who doesn't want to get their heart pumping and feel connected to other people? I mean, sign me up. But you can have this, we already have this within ourselves. We have phenethylamine in ourselves. It's an endogenous alkaloid in our brain. And we can release that and we can remember what that feels like. So when we're out in the world in times when we're like, I just want to be home and not be bothered by anybody, we're able to handle these situations from this newer perspective. So, Cacao. She is very easy to get. You can order her online from Central and South America. And my favorite way to introduce people to cacao is to have a ceremony with them or you, because it's very important the intentions and the setting and the dosage of your cacao, because she is alive and she is a plant medicine. So we don't want to abuse her or use her as an escape. Want to make a ritual out of it. That's why it's a ceremony, so that you come and take all the other stuff that's going on and push it away for a little while and focus on yourself. Give yourself that decency this Valentine's Day. So if you are interested in learning more about cacao or you would like to sit with her, you can email me at casey@caseymauro.com. You can also check out my blog on my website. I've written a ton of articles about her as well. And you can also do some research on your own.